Now I went ahead and I actually made it out all the way. I made it as big as the default configs say you can, 16 by 16 by 32, and those are the numbers, but I wasn't sure because if you think about it, turbines need one shaft right in the middle. So doesn't it make sense that the default configs would have a maximum size that includes a one center point, a single block center point, but an even number of blocks actually includes a 4-block center point. So it didn't really make sense. What's up, people? I'm Xogue, and welcome back to Ryotcraft Infinity. We're here, we're doing things like always, and as you know, my reactor is quite visually problematic. My frames now, they're awesome, they're great. Why? Because that world is not loaded, we are not there. So I was having some conversations with a couple of you guys in the comments about how to prevent this. Now, some of you were saying that it's chunk based, there's not really much of a way to do it. Some of you were saying that it is related to the fuel rods and not the cryothium like I thought, which I mean, either one really makes sense. But all in all, the first idea we're going to try to do to minimize that, because I really want to, is to try to cover it up, but not how you might think. I could just change the walls to be, you know, the casing blocks. I could make all of those casing blocks and it wouldn't be a big deal. It'd be covered up, and if it were to work, it would be fine. But we don't want to go that route. We want to be able to see it when we want to, but also cover it up when we don't. So what we're doing is we're making a couple of these drawbridges. Yeah, the drawbridges. I remember these guys. The extended drawbridge. From what I understand, the regular drawbridge can go out to 16 blocks. And, you know, it has to be all the same block. You can disguise it, stuff like that. This guy can use any combination of block, but it's still only 16. We need something huge, which is what the extended drawbridge is for. This guy, I believe, can go up to 64 from what I was reading. I don't know for sure. I do not know for sure, but this guy is expensive. Cobalt ingot, Ardite. We got a lot of things in here that we got to get going, and we need a lot of them. You got to think we need 30 per side. 30, 60, it's 120 of these drawbridges, and we need to go straight up with them. Up a lot. It's a lot of resources for me to make, but we're gonna do it because, well, we want to. So anyway, not sure when I hit F1, but okay. we're gonna do that. Now, if we look at my cobalt situation, we have some, and we didn't even have this much. Because if we take a look at here, by the way, a buddy of mine came over, and I was complaining how I have to scroll all the way down to the bottom. He was like, why don't you just reorganize them? I was like, what? You can't. And then before he mentioned it, like right at the same time, he was about to point it out. And then I saw the up or down. I'm like, oh, you can reorganize them. So I reorganized them a little bit. I got diamond spawn, big reactor, reactor supplies, overworld, nether quarry. What? Let's take a look at this guy. Now, this guy is, it's going away. It's powering away. It's powering away. And we did kind of agree at one point on the server that we weren't going to make big holes and things. I do remember this, but worst comes to worst, if they really want me to, I will remove it. But I think it looks so amazing to see a huge hole in the nether. It's just one of the best things that there is, and I wanted to go ahead and do it anyway, even though it could be a little resource intensive. You see, I'm kind of out of the way. It's not a huge deal that it's here because people aren't really going to see this all that often. So if they do come in the area, it'll be fine. Quarrying in the nether is not something people do very often. But I needed the Ardite and the Cobalt, so we're going ahead and doing it anyway. Now, this guy's going pretty daggone quick. Phew, 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 phew. It's just kind of, you know. Now, apparently I chose a very, very bad place because there's a lot of open area under here. So we're going to end up having to do this again, no doubt. But it is what it is. I think pretty much which direction. Oh, I can't see. All right, so we need to go this direction is the way it's continuing to go. It does go a pretty long while down there. So let's see how far. Yeah, see, most of this is actually empty, but we are going to get some of the nether fortress too, which is kind of cool. But anyway, you get the idea. I chose a bad spot and I didn't realize it, but we are going to get some stuff, which is fine. But if we go back, what we're looking for now, I've set up something else as well, which is also going to help with this. As soon as everything loads back in, not that direction, not that this direction. we go take a look over here. I have set up a little thing down in here. Currently, I am making a whole bunch of these guys, blank cast things, and I have a little tiny setup. If you don't know, this is the way to automate your Tinker Smeltery to make it continue pouring to make the same item over and over again. You just put a redstone clock, which is basically it right clicks continuously. I think something like that. All around itself. It may not be a right click, it may be a redstone signal. I didn't know if these guys reacted to redstone signals or not. So to me, it makes more sense that it would be a right click. But in any case, they are a little bit framey or whatever, but it's not a huge deal. It's very, very minimal in the broad spectrum of things, so it's not a big deal. If you had a whole bunch of them set up, then it would start to slow things down, but just one is going to be fine. Now we have a couple stacks of these guys. Like we said, we needed 120 of them, which we are now at. So we don't even need the rest of it, but we're going to let it continue anyway, just in case we want to use those for something else. But that is the extended drawbridge. This guy right here. Yeah, we need some blank casts for these guys. So I'm going to go ahead and make as much as I can. We're going to go set up what I can. We're going to have to wait for the rest, but I want to see if there's a way, see if we can test it out a little bit. See if we can actually get what we need to get in order to get some of these guys working, just to see if it does actually help. So let me get all these guys made and drawbridge. There we go. And bam, and bam, and bam. One. Oh, right. Of course. Of course. R, and then that, and then bam. Okay, 4. All right. So we need more bronze, apparently. But that's just kind of the way it works. I'm going to go ahead and make what I can. And I'll see you back here in a little bit once I'm ready to do a little bit of testing. Okay. I've been working on a few things. And it's kind of going. It's, yeah, it's still laggy is all get out. It's crazy. But the wall is starting to form. We've got a few of them. I don't know. Maybe it's just my mind playing tricks on me. I know it's not perfect. Like, it's not absolutely magnificent or anything, but I feel like it's better. Just like right here in this spot. And I think it'll continue to get better once all sides are enclosed. But what we have is basically these. Oh, there's a creeper on the. I need to put a thing on there. I really do. I feel like this is bad. I need a bow. That's what I need to do. We need to go make a bow one of these days. But anyway, so I don't know. They're here, but I feel like they are. Oh, you're blocking this one, buddy. We got one more that we can do. Boop. Oh, of course. Oh, bollocks. Bollocks, man. Yeah, my inventory is filled with things. We're going to be playing with some stuff. Now, what we have, now that that guy is finally extended and can extend and all that good stuff, what we have is a little bit of a predicament. Because if we go back, let's go back real quick, first of all, to, nope, stop. There we go. Go back to the diamond so I got my frames back. This is ridiculous. It's terrible. This is why I'm spending so much time trying to fix the frames. Really? Oh, there it goes. I was like, what in the world? But anyway, okay, all right. So, to make these advanced drawbridges that I am going to continue to do, even though it doesn't seem to help too much, it is a little bit, I decided to explore that second option, which I'll get into in a minute, but since I plan on continuing the whole wall thing anyway, I need a better way to get those supplies. I really do, and we need cobalt and ardite, right? Well, check, wait, what? So, your setup changed. What is happening? What? I moved everything into my system because I figured I have so much storage over here that even if I do put all my dimlets in here, it's really not going to take up that much room. We have plenty. And if we need more, I can always make a second one of those and we'll still be good to go. Because there's only so many different types of dimlets, right? You know, it's kind of a thing. But anyway, so if we go in here, we check out, we needed cobalt. We still don't have one of those dimlets, but we do have the ardite. We have ardite ore. I would rather have the molten version because it's a lot easier. We can go straight into blocks and we don't have to worry about smelting it and then, or sag milling and then smelting and all that jazz. But yeah, we get cobalt and ardite so slow from the nether quarry. That's not how you spell cobalt, buddy. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous. Now, you get 2 out of each, and there's probably better ways to process this, so you get 3. But really, it's not that much of an improvement. It's just so slow. We need another way. So I figure I'm going to make a world with those things in it, but I do need to get the dimlets first. So I figured I would experiment with some other things like the turbines and stuff, but I wanted to show you guys this first. Also, with the turbines, I was told in the comments that Ludicrite... can I spell it right? Doesn't matter. It's right here. Ludicrite is the best block to use in current designs. It's the best block to use. You use 32 of them in the most efficient design and blah, 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 all that good stuff. So we're going to be playing with that block. But check this out. If we go into here, type in Ludicrite. Look at this. We got 4 of those guys. Liquid Molten Ludicrite Dimlets. Now, the reason this is awesome is because the blocks themselves are not really all that cheap is what I meant. Ludicrite. I was already there. I don't know what I was doing. But anyway, you have these guys right here, which require another start. Now, we could use this one, Enderium blocks. Yeah, totally. We could do this. That's really not that big of a deal. But if we can just get the Molten Ludicrite, we're good to go. So we're going to end up making another very, very expensive world here in a little while that's going to have the Cobalt, the Ardite, the Ludicrite, and maybe something else that's really highly awesome and stuff. And we're going to see how many features we can pack in there. And by features, I mean the orbs and stuff that we put into these guys. I want to have the orbs, and then we'll have like lakes, and then we'll have something else, and then something else. I don't know. Whatever we can pack a fluid into, we're going to see if we can pack it in there and get 3 different types of fluid, because that would be pretty daggone cool. If you guys know how that would work already, go ahead, leave a comment, let me know, and we'll check that out when we come to it. But we do have to get the other Cobalt Dimlet first. But anyway, so the other thing I wanted to do is, since we're waiting for that Dimlet to come in, we wanted to go ahead and check out some of this turbine construction. We want to play with this a little bit. We want to see what we can come up with. Now, before we go into this too much, I do know that there is this hyper efficient way of doing it. It's kind of standardized right now, and I believe it's like a 7x17 structure, or 7x7x17 structure with 32 Ludicrite blocks, and you have the blades, and you have such and such, and you have this and you have that. 2,000 millibuckets of steam. I get this. I've done a bit of research, but I also wanted to experiment because we have a ginormous reactor. This is not the most efficient reactor. Even Baz, a buddy on the server, he stopped in there. And he's like, "That's not the most efficient reactor." We might change up the rods and sides, but we're not going to change the size of it. We want it to be a maxed out reactor, so we're going to make it as efficient as possible, but keeping it the same size, and that's what we're looking for, so we can get the most amount of steam out of there and therefore put the most amount of turbines as we can in here. That's what we want out of this world, as many turbines as we can fit into this thing. Somebody said like 750, which I think is wrong. I don't think this thing would be able to support 750 of them, but who knows, maybe they're right. I don't know. And if we can, you know what, we're gonna do it, because 750 turbines in this place would look ridiculous, but it would also be absolutely amazing. So that's what we're going to play with. As many as this thing can support, that's what we're going to put in here. But since I figured this guy is maxed out, right? Max size, we're going to see about making a max size turbine, which is defined in the configs, I believe, as 16 by 16 by 32. I believe. I could be wrong. Do correct me if I am wrong. I'm pretty sure. I know it can be changed, but I mean the stock, the default, because we haven't changed anything. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, and then we have the base that we got to do as well. Tree, bye-bye. All right, so then we have the tree. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, wait. Oh. So we're at 6. We got more things preventing us from continuing on with this auto thing. Get out of the way. Get out of my way. Yes. There we go. Now we're going to go ahead here. We're still at 6 because I'm just filling in the gaps right now. Stop. There we go. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Crapo. 12. 13, 14, 15, 16. It should look like a pretty... Oh, really? Really? Things? Get a too high cyan plant thing. Don't do that to me. All right, so let's continue this again. Ooh, ooh, ooh. There. Stupid tree. Get out of the way, tree. We don't want you here. Go. No, I said, duh. Goodbye. You. No, you. Here, go. Bam. So apparently this is the biggest reactor. Or, not reactor, I'm sorry. This is the biggest, wow. Is that seriously exactly all of... Wow, I did not expect that at all. Alright, let me go get some more turbine housing things, and we're going to play with this a little bit more just to see how big this turbine is. And we're back. I've done a little bit of work, did a bunch of work off camera. This is actually the next day. I went to sleep, I woke up, I needed a little bit of extra help. Now, what we have here, lag. We already know about the lag, it's a thing. But we have the extended drawbridges here that I circled them around as much as I should need in order to test this reliably. This guy is almost a full wall, but like I said, it doesn't seem to be helping nearly as much as I want it to. So I don't know if it's actually going to do anything. I really don't. I don't think it's going to do much, but nonetheless, I do like the idea of having retractable walls. I need a magnum torch on top of this thing because we have creepers spawning and stuff up there, and it's not good. I don't like that. We can elevate them down. That's totally reverse of what it should be. But anyway, moving on from that, we do have this reactor here. Now, I went ahead and I actually made it out all the way. I made it as big as the default configs say you can. 16 by 16 by 32. And those are the numbers, but I wasn't sure because if you think about it, turbines need one shaft right in the middle. So doesn't it make sense that the default configs would have a maximum size that includes a one center point, a single block center point, but an even number of blocks actually includes a 4-block center point. So it didn't really make sense. But I did try to put 4 shafts in here to see if it would make like one super shaft or something so that when it rotates it would generate more or something. I don't know, it's a thing. But this is the maximum sized turbine. It's not, obviously, I don't have enough blades or anything in there. It's not like that. I just wanted to see if the max size turbine would be a thing. And I don't know if there's a way to make this work better. I don't know. There might be a way. I got to look up some of the mechanics of it. And from what I understand, for each block you have up top, you want to have a certain number of blades. And I know the most efficient design includes, I believe, like 32 Ludicrite. And the material you use for the coil, which is what that block thing is called, the material you use for that does matter. You know, and Ludicrite is the best, I believe. Yeah, this stuff. Okay, I said it right. Ludicrite. Anyway, so it's like 32 Ludicrite blocks and 80 blades, I believe. And the blades are the little pieces or whatever that are attached to the shaft down there. You see them kind of connecting down there and just kind of continuing on. Like there's 4 here, 4 there, 3 there, 3 there. Yeah, well, that's the thing. But as far as I can tell, that, you know, I don't know what the actual thing is, but 32 and 80 is kind of weird. It's not a straight like a 1-to-4 ratio or anything like that. So it's a little bit different. And also it matters as far as much as a turbine can take. Now this is what is going to limit us. Okay. I had a little bit of a coughing fit, so I had to take a cut really quick there. But no, it's okay. I'm good. Everything's fine. Anyway, so the limit as far as turbines is that you can't pump in any more than 2,000 millibuckets of steam per turbine at any one time. And that is our limiting factor, because if it was just the blades and blocks, we can make it this size and actually have some kind of an actual design there, and it would be fine. And I'm not sure what I want to do with this. I really don't know, because this is the max size turbine that you can have. Do I want to use the max size turbine just because it's the max size? Since I did that with the reactor? Now this guy can get more efficient. I actually found a new program, by the way, that'll help me design this guy out. It's pretty cool. Other than that website that was posted in a link, in a comment or whatever. But should we use it just because it's a max size, or should I just do a whole bunch of the most efficient? Or maybe I should keep one as a template. Maybe we should do one max size turbine because it's max size, just to do the biggest, ever thing, and then have the rest of them be the most efficient. Maybe we'll do it that way. But I don't know. Anyway, we're going to leave this guy here for a little while. We're going to play with it a little bit, do some research, kind of play around with some designs, and we're going to end up making some of those efficient ones here in just a little bit. Let me get some materials together. Maybe we won't be doing that in this episode, but I got to gather the materials, and depending on how difficult that is, I'll bring you along for that ride. But I do want to go ahead and finish these guys off. I want to get all these guys populated, get the walls up, and get them all hooked up with the redstone stuff, which could take a little while. So, in any case, I'm going to go do something. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, but I'll bring it back once I got something else interesting to show you. Alright, so if we're going to make a whole bunch of turbines, we do need a lot of a certain material. Now, we also do need the ardite and the cobalt, like I told you about. But really, once we're done with those drawbridges, we don't need them anymore. We really don't need those materials all that much. So the quarry in the nether is probably going to be all we really need. So everything we have in our system right now is going to be enough to get our drawbridges. So instead, I just went ahead and I made one with only the Ludicrite. It's Ludicrite and filled waves. The terrain is supposed to be filled waves, and I don't know what that means. I really don't. But what we're going to do here is uncheck this, go all the way down to the bottom to the one that says Ludicrite, go ahead and favorite that one as well. Then we can go here to here and dial. Now, dial is okay. We're going to jump right in here and see what happens. Hopefully we don't, like, I don't know, die instantly. Because that would be pretty bad if we were to die instantly. Ooh, oh, wow, hello there. Oh, this is so, oh, look at you. You're, filled waves? Are these supposed to be waves? I don't know. It's like a checkerboard thing. That's kind of cool, though. I kind of like that. That's pretty awesome. I can't really complain too much with this. This is pretty cool. Oh, wow. It's fiery. How far down do we go? I'm swimming up. Right. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I have no idea how deep this is. 53. Okay, I'm on 53. I'm on the bottom right now. So it's down from, it's like from 53. So it's like 9 high-ish. Right about there, about 9 high in each one of these. So that's not a big deal. We can go easily. We can we can easily go back. Let's go ahead and we'll set up. Can we just whack you? Yeah, there we go. There's an update. That'll work. So let's go ahead and let's save this. What? Add new. Here we go. Add new. Ludicrite. Ludicrite! Exclamation point! Commit! Up. Oh, wait. Go all the way down and then click on it. Lock it and then go all the way up. Maybe not all the way, but pretty close. We want it a little bit higher. Nether quarry. Yeah, right there. That'll work. All right, so now we have the Ludicrite world, and we can go back to the diamond. The diamond. We also need another dimension builder, so I don't try to go to glowstone and then die instantly when I get there. Because that would be pretty bad if that were to happen. But anyway. So what we want to do is go ahead and see if we can't set up. Oh. Here we go. You are already kind of filled there. So if we put a tesseract right on top of this guy, I think it should be able to pull out and go directly into that. And start making blocks and go directly back into our system right here. Whoa. What was that? That was weird. It was a glitch thing. All right, there we go. No, we're fine. All right, so if I take this guy off and make 2 tesseracts, I'm going to put one here and one on the other side. And I'm going to need to make 3 because I also need to power out so that we can power a pump, which we also need to make. So we need to make a pump. We need to make 3 tesseracts, a pump, and that might be it actually. And we should be able to start getting the Ludicrite blocks that we need. So if we make 3 of these guys, this is pretty much what I do when I need them. I just go into here and do this, and then I get however many tesseracts I need. I get that number times 4 in here. So 3 times 4 is 12. I said 12. And then we jump right back over into this area. Just so you know, like when you see tesseracts pop up, they're really ridiculously easy for me to get. Even though these guys are like the lowest of the low, I could make it so much faster. Like it would not be a big deal at all. Now it's filling 1, and we're going to do this 3 times, and then we're going to go over here. Let's go ahead and make pump. Do we already have one by any chance? We do not. We have pumpkins, but we don't have pumps. Pump. Make. All right, we need a couple things. 2 tanks. No problemo. And then we need the gear. You. Not the one I wanted. Nope, not that one either. Nope. Yes. No. Yes. Yes. Crapo. Dang it! I think it's the thermal. That one. Yes. Okay. Thermal foundation. I need to remember that so I know which one I need to click on. Anyway, so now we have that guy. We can go get the pump just like this. Put that drum away. Now, if we go ahead, we should have a couple of these guys done. Done and dusted, or about to be done. And done. Okay, perfect. Now we can jump back over to our system. And we can go like this, and we can go like this, and like this. Search for Tesseract. Bam, 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 bam. Perfect. Let's go ahead over here, switch over to a new channel. Oh, too far. And we'll go like this, and we will do this, this. All right, we want this one. Wait, what was my last number? 60? Okay, we're in the 960s as well. So we have 961. We want this to be X and Ludicrite. Exclamation point. Bam, bam. Save the frequency, set the frequency. And we want you to receive only, not you, but fluid. We want you to receive fluid, but nothing else. And there is that. Now that should be set up. And what we can do now is go back into our Ludicrite world and set up a new pump in this area. Here we go. Now it's daylight, which is pretty cool. What we can do, it says filled something. So what I'm curious. If we were like break this down, are we gonna find more in here? No, this is just regular earth. Okay, yeah, that's just regular earth. And now we're gonna make it look all pretty again by doing this. Oh, hold on. We gotta make it look pretty again. Oh look, nothing happened. I don't know what you're talking about, but suddenly we have building blocks, so we can just go like this. 8. We don't really have to go out too far. It'll still be able to pick up just about everything. Oh, that's not what we wanted. Give me the pump and everything. All right, right there. That'll work. So we have one here. We want you to be on the Ludicrite channel, disable, and we want you to send fluid. Everything else is off. Put one on the other side. Oh, there we go. And then you are going to be power. Energy mode, receive only, check. So you and you, and then we'll go down to power out. Set the frequency. Bam, now you're powered. Now you're sucking things up and sending it back in theory, but we do need something else. We're missing something. What are we missing? We're missing a chunk loader, which we actually have a bunch of. I think I accidentally shift click one of these times and I made like 64 chunk loaders, which is kind of crazy. Anchors, I think is what they're called. Anchor, yeah. Okay, maybe not a whole stack. I don't know. Maybe I just made a bunch because I felt like it. I just knew I had a lot. And then go down to here and Ludicrite, and then we can go ahead. I just forgot this real quick. I think we took a left, or we did go straight. I think we took a left. Yeah, we did. Okay. Straight left. And then we'll go like this. Bam. F9. Check the boundaries. Oh, well, look at you. I wonder if that matters. I think it'll still be able to pull all of this stuff here. I'm not sure. But you see it right there. It's totally gathering everything from the corners and everything. It's pretty cool. It's getting stuff. But anyway, it's just pulling it straight from the corners. Anyhoozle. So it doesn't really matter that much. But now we should be, if we go back to the diamond, should be pulling in all of everything. It shouldn't be a big deal. We should be getting a lot of stuff. Go. I might need to increase the range of that thing before it picks up more. I don't know. Maybe. We'll have to see. Are you making Ludicrite? You sure are. Oh, look at you. You're also filling this guy up, which is going all around to everything. No, you're not supposed to be trying to pump this into here, so you get out of there. That's a bummer. This is not at all what we wanted. Stop it. That's crappy. We did not want that at all. All right, now we're getting Ludicrite blocks. Now it's filling them up pretty quick here. And we should be pulling in everything, really. You should see that just kind of fill up, and we'll get more and more blocks as time progresses. We're gonna have to empty out this drum though. So let's go ahead and do this. We shouldn't be too difficult, I don't believe. If we go here and then we go here. No, give me that. Dang it, shift button. So my keyboard did not arrive, by the way. I ordered a new keyboard and it was like, hey, it's gonna be here soon. Wow, liquid. Okay, I just need the transfer node. It said, hey, it's gonna be here today, and then that day a big snowstorm hit. So it was kind of a pretty big bummer. You know, it just kind of stunk a lot. It really did. And there's not much I can do about it because that delayed the shipment. Now I'm not getting my keyboard for probably another couple days because it doesn't arrive on Sundays. Today's a Saturday. It's just kind of... Anyway, so that's about all the time I have left for this episode. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you liked it. We got some Ludicrite going on. We made the biggest big turbine. And we don't know if we're going to use it yet. But in the next episode, we're going to be playing with some more, setting up some more stuff, and possibly making the reactor actually start powering things. We're gonna find out. We're gonna see if we can make that a thing. But anyway, so if you liked it, don't forget to hit that like button. If you want to see more, you want my videos sent directly to you, then don't forget to subscribe. Comment, favorite, share if you feel like you want to. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace out, peeps.